right, so hello everyone. Welcome if you are new, and welcome back if you love me. I love you too. We are here because I rolled the dice and we got Pisces. So Pisces energy, Pisces placements. This reading is for you. Please keep in mind the house in which Pisces rules for you. Know that Venus is in there with Neptune right now, along with a bunch of other wonderful little stuff like White Moon Selene and things like that. So we are going to get into this energy. Mind you, this reading is for whenever it catches you in divine time. All right, regardless of the current placement. Time works in a spiral, and so just like the hands on a clock revisit the numbers every day, planets do the same thing. So there's always energies being revisited every time planets hit the same spot. So we're going to see what is going on, what message wants to come through. I'm using the Hermetic Tarot and the Spellcaster's Tarot. So, Spirit, please. What is going on with Pisces and Piscean energy? Mind you guys, I have no filter. If you're new to the channel, I'm a raw real reader. So, you know, if you've got kids up or something, I may say things that you may not say in front of them. So, if that is the case, just watch it later. Come back and watch it later. All right. Don't forget to drop a like. Greatly appreciate all support for me and the channel. Leave comments. Let me know if it resonates. All right. That feels good. Spirit, what is going on with Pisces and Pisces energies? All right. Ace of Cups. King of Pentacles reversed, the Two of Swords, and the Nine of Wands. Give me clarities for each of these, please. Clarify the Ace of Cups. Clarify the King of Pentacles reversed. Clarify the Two of Swords. Ooh, and clarify the Nine of Wands. All right. Interesting. Get all of these on camera for you. All right. Bottom of the deck is the Three of Wands. Top of the deck is the Two of Wands for a total of 5 wands. All right. Pisces with the Two of Wands and the Three of Wands on the top and the bottom. I feel like you are looking to find your place. Mind you, both of those cards are Arian energy. One is Aries Mars and one is Aries Sun. So strong Arian energy. Jupiter is in Aries right now. Chiron's in Aries right now. Mars is in Gemini right now. So they're obviously greatly influencing the energy in your chart. Yeah, I feel like you're trying to find your place. I feel like you're trying to establish what is essentially your domain. Okay, you're looking to establish your domain, your niche, your power position. I'm feeling like you may be in a place of, I'm hearing like organizing your mind as to where you want to put your energy. Let's peek, I'm nosy. Strength card is under that. Leo energy, lots of fucking fire. And it reiterates what I was just talking about, right? Establishing where to put your energy at, right? What your strengths are. Empress is under that. Venusian energy. So that you can receive your highest good life, right? You want to change fortune, right? Wheel of Fortune underneath of that, really. 3 awesome major arcana on the bottom of the deck. So right now, ultimately, Pisces, the energy for the house in which Pisces rules for you, right? Because that is the arena or area of life in which this is significant. You're definitely establishing where your energy is going so that you can receive everything you are meant to receive. This is actually taking the time to be spiritually fucking smart. Might be really significant when Venus catches up to Jupiter. All right. Now down here, we have the Ace of Cups clarified by the 3 of Swords. Mind you, we have Libran energy twice. Okay. The Ace of Cups with the 3 of Swords. Pisces, you may want love. You may want to be loving. But I feel because this is Libra and Saturn, I feel like something is restricting you from that. So you may still be recovering from a past relationship that was really painful to release, whether you chose to release it or not. Releasing it in general has been painful. And so I think a part of you wants to be loving, wants to overflow, right? Wants to experience that feeling of unconditional giving. But I feel like if that's what's being restricted, maybe the last time you were unconditionally loving and giving and everything for someone else, that they didn't reciprocate. Okay, which is why you want to feel it again, but are definitely feeling like you're feeling like holding back though. I think a part of you is actually afraid to give. We have the King of Pentacles in reverse, clarified by the King of Wands. This is Aries, Taurus energy reversed. If you can see the symbols right here, you see it's Aries and then double Taurus. Right. And then this is Cancerian energy with double Leo. You see the symbols right here. Okay. I think this is the reason why you're in this energy, right? Because that was really fire when we had the Empress, which is Venusian and mostly Taurian. It can be Libra as well. But it's Taurean, so where you're at in your environment, in your finances, I feel like it's not bad because it's a king, but it's not actually your ideal, right? Your highest Empress energy vision of what you want to manifest. And so I feel like that's where the King of Wands energy is really asking you to put that nurturance of Cancer, right? That self-love into strength and willpower, which was that strength card on the bottom. So that you can change your life. I think that this energy of love being restricted right now, whatever painful experience you went through in the past in regards to love, the fact that you don't want to open up to it right now is probably a blessing in disguise, because it's giving you the motivation, time, and energy and focus to focus on what you really want to create. The Two of Swords with the Chariot and the Seven of Swords sideways. This is a Black Moon Lilith card and Aquarian energy, and Saturn's in Aquarius right now for the moment. It's not going to be in there for long. I think less than a month, give or take, Saturn's going to be in Pisces. So I'm feeling as though, because I feel like you've had to move forward, right, with the Chariot. It was a divine act, right? The Chariot is divine intervention, divine miracle working on your behalf, whether you realize it or not. That something was robbed from you, right? Stolen with the Seven of Swords. The fact that it's coming out sideways makes me wonder if it wasn't really stolen, if Spirit just kind of borrowed it from your world, removed it from your world for the time being, because it needed you to be at this choice point to be in balance with yourself, because the Two of Swords is a crossroad. It's definitely a choice where you feel like you're between a rock and a hard place. Like, you want love, but you can't have it. And you want this reality that you want, but you don't have it yet. And so it's like, what do you choose? Do you choose to go after love, or do you choose to go after the reality that you want? And I think that Spirit temporarily removed love in order to help you, like, push you a little bit in the right direction, which is focusing on what you actually want to manifest in the reality. What you're recovering from is the Nine of Wands, which is feeling the wound, right? The Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior, but it's also, in this particular deck, the Lord of Great Strength. Just when you think that you've had enough and thought you were finished, you come back stronger than you ever were before, right? It's that energy of, I've taken a lot of hits, but I'm not done yet. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't fucking dead yet, and it's like you just keep going no matter what. It's this overdrive, right? It's when we get into this spiritual overdrive where we don't allow ourselves to give up. The Nine of Wands is divinely inspired by Spirit with the Eight of Wands. And no matter how hard it gets with the 10 of Wands, right? Because this 10 of Wands feels heavy, it's difficult, spiritually difficult. It moves us into the Page of Wands, which is the Phoenix rising. So I'm feeling like at this point, you're choosing to hold on to what is essentially, I'm feeling the dream with whatever was stolen or robbed from you as you perceive it. Because the moon in this deck is the ruler of flux and reflux, and it's Pisces energy, right? Very, very dominant on the card. So I'm feeling like you haven't chosen to let something die completely. I think you're choosing to accept that it may have been right person or right whatever, but wrong time. Because Spirit knows that this needs to be the priority. That needs to be the priority. So whatever or whoever was taken from you, there's definitely some real world manifesting and or monetary finance type concern that Spirit would prefer you to focus on at this time, right? Love is not the priority right now. Love, I feel, will return in time, but not until the alignment with the 3D manifests. So, Spellcasters Tarot. Spirit, please. What do we need to know? I'm going to ask what we need to know about the reality or the finances, the mundane aspect of things that Spirit wants you to focus on. And then I'll ask about what is actually going on in the love situation, if you're interested in hearing it. Okay. See what Spirit has to say about it. So what is going on, Spirit, with the financial or mundane aspect of things? What needs to be done in order to flip that King of Pentacles into the upright so that we can reach that Empress energy? King of Cups, Four of Wands. Interesting. The fact that those are... Well, all right, give me some more, Spirit. I know there's more. Just give me more. This is a very specific Four of Wands image, too. It's very different in this particular deck, the spellcasters that I was drawn to. So we'll get there. Interesting. We got the Chariot again. And the Ten of Cups underneath the Four of Wands. Now look at this Four of Wands. They're two feminine energies. So it could definitely be a soul sister thing where we're connecting with soul family, soul sisters, but it's definitely two feminines or heart spaces. So it's heart spaces that no matter how different they are or how different their backgrounds, their hearts are the same, right? Their hearts are of the same alignment. The King of Cups is about being emotionally mature. And I'm getting this feeling, especially because his feet are in the water, but he's not like totally dipped in the water like some other cards are. But his feet are in the water. And there's Cancerian energy on the card. Because there's a crab. There's a crab hanging out down there in the water. And a starfish, for that matter. And I feel as if you are learning how to be guarded so that you don't just fly towards the first thing that feels good. Because sometimes things feel good off the bat, but they don't always turn out good. You know what I mean? So it's almost like going for the first thing that feels good, or the first person to give you attention, or the first person to compliment you, kind of thing. You know what I mean? It's kind of like this energy of keeping your options open and keeping your emotions close to your chest, keeping it clear, because he's got a beautiful blue crystals in his crown and across his necklace there. It just reminds me of Larimar, which is an awesome throat chakra stone. But I definitely feel, because he's very happy, it's like, you know, you're good in your own energy, and the restriction is helping you see who or what is really worth it. Because if it's really worth it, like love-wise, if it's really worth it, then they're going to greatly appreciate your companionship, right? Not necessarily a sexual love desire thing, but they're going to really appreciate you as a companion, as a person in their life, someone they look forward to talking to, someone they look forward to seeing, you know, wherever it is that you see them. And it's going to be able to, it's going to establish a foundation before anything else, which I think is a big deal. It allows cycles to take place, because I'm looking at this 10 of Cups, and you can see there's the 2 crescent moons and then the full moon and the new moon in the middle. So these 4 energies have a complete moon cycle on there. Sun to sun. If you were talking about cycles, it could be a whole year, you know. But this Chariot card with the lotus, and it's riding through the sky, right? Look how pretty that card is. It's like the sun has to go around the world, or the world has to go around the sun. Things need time. So while you're establishing this, right, because we were talking about allowing the reality to be what we want it to be, for the reality to be what we want it to be, physical manifest, right? Not just finances, but just to physically manifest the way we want, we need to allow time. So this restrictive energy on the heart space is allowing you to focus on what you need to focus on, because in the meantime, you're allowing for a very joyous companionship to form. Elaborate further, please, Spirit. We've got Justice, Temperance, and the Queen of Wands. This Justice card is very High Priestess with the black and white pillars, and it's got the Wheel of Fortune, which was on the bottom of the Hermetic Tarot, above her head. We've definitely got Hermes here, who is a healer. Look at his armband. It's the winged sword with the 2 snakes. It's like a caduceus. And there's Oh, what are those flowers called? I know what they are. I've planted them. You actually get saffron from them. Those purple flowers. If you know what they are, put them in the comments because I'm drawing a blank at the moment. They're a springtime bulb. They're one of the first to bloom. Really Queen of Wands. It really does kind of look like a transition of seasons. It's very cold in this card. The wind is really strong. And then we have this spring energy here, and then this fall, autumn energy here. All the tree leaves in the background are all oranges, and there's a cardinal there. Give me some clarifiers, please. Clarify Justice, Temperance, and the Queen of Wands. Yeah, it's justice for the Five of Cups. The 3 cups that felt spilled. This person is actually picking up the 2 cups. This person picked up the 2 cups. Really, this Justice card is even holding a pomegranate. I'm just noticing it's holding a pomegranate, and she's got a skeleton hand. It's very Persephone, very High Priestess energy. She's literally holding a pomegranate from a skeleton hand. The 2 of Cups gets picked up. Temperance comes out with the Ace of Wands, so we have it twice now. Yeah, there's some major healing taking place, some alchemy taking place. There's a spark. That's the ignition, right? That's the catalyst that turns the lead into gold, right? It's the catalyzing agent. Queen of Wands is clarified by the 5 of Wands, the 8 of Wands, the 9 of Swords, and the 6 of Pentacles. Ooh, we've got the Devil on the bottom and the World on top. Yo. All right, Pisces. Really, this depicts a bunch of people. It depicts 5 people, 4 of which are blindfolded and swinging wands around a beehive, and 1 who has no blindfold and a star on his necklace, and he's eyes open, just holding his wand, watching everybody else be foolish. Like, they're gonna get stung. Dude over here is just watching, like, yep. And all these 4 characters are blindfolded, just swinging around near the fucking beehive. This is what I was talking about, watching other people and developing a sense of who people are before you get involved with them romantically. Like, really keeping your emotions guarded, because I feel like a bunch of people are going to act like fools. They're not going to be worth it. And this Nine of Swords energy, this person is with a wolf, right? Which is a symbol of loyalty and power. It's a power totem. And they're covering their eyes with the 9 swords in the center of this circle of candles. And there's 9 candles. It's almost like you've given the nightmare or given your anxiety to spirit, and you've closed your eyes to the anxiety. You've closed your eyes to the nightmare. You've given it to spirit and said, Spirit, I don't actually want to deal with this energy. I'm giving it to you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Like, I don't want to deal with the nightmare of choosing, right? Of choosing. And I feel like if you choose to not choose between all of these different potential suitors, the ones that are not in alignment will knock themselves out. And Spirit's going to let you know the one that remains is the one that's going to give you the best. Because this person here is literally offering, and they've got enough to give to everyone. This person back here is drinking from a cup with the 6-pointed star on the bottom. It's the Magi star, right? The masculine and feminine and union energy. And then they're giving a little cake or a half of a moon, right? It's actually a moon in 2 pieces, and he's got one and he's giving the other to her. He's sharing. This is not a typical 6 of coins where one person is just simply giving and not receiving. This person is of the wherewithal or the spiritual mind to be able to give to others without putting themselves in a detriment. So this person is not going to make you feel like you're in debt to them because they gave you something and now they have none. They're going to give to you knowing they still have what they need, and they're not going to miss what they give. It's like giving without expectation. And she's truly grateful because not only, is she on her knees, in gratitude taking it, but her body language, she's leaning forward and it's like a thank you. He's actually a competitor here. Oh, that's interesting. This person has a shackle around one wrist and a chain on the other. Something's going on with this Justice card. If Persephone energy is a person from your past, that Justice, I'm almost feeling as if the person who's shrouded, right, the dark shrouded individual who picks up the 2 cups, it's almost as if, especially if they are the devil energy, right, with the 6 of cups under that, it could be a very sacred soulmate who's toxic that you moved away from, right? Eight of cups under that. Ace of cups under that. With the 10 of pentacles. It's almost as if they know they hurt you and it's something they're doing in secret, right? There's that wolf energy. The 9 of pentacles is under that. It's almost like they know you're single. They know they hurt you. They know there's no way they could actually come back from the underworld, right? If they've killed the relationship, they've killed it. Once you go into the realm of Hades, you don't come out, right? Once you go to the underworld and cross the river Styx with Karen, the ferryman, you do not exit Hades, right? Once you're in the underworld, you're in the underworld. So it's like this person knows the relationship is dead and they may have killed it. And in hindsight, know what you deserve. It's almost like they've picked up the 2 of cups as a ritual to give it to you, like that you would manifest a sacred soulmate, even if that means they've lost you. Even if that means they lost you and they are no longer in the competition. They are no longer competing. They can't compete in the world of the living when they're in your relationship graveyard. You know what I mean? But it literally feels to me like whoever this past person was that hurt you significantly to where you locked your heart up and became guarded, really did genuinely pray that you find someone that deserves you. It really does feel like someone prayed. Someone who hurt you genuinely prayed that you find someone who deserves you. And I feel like you do. In divine time, I feel like you do. The bird here is rocking a red cape with an 8-pointed star, which legit reminds me immediately of Melchizedek, which is supposedly Jesus's teacher, Jesus's ascended master, who taught him what he needed to know in order to eventually become Jesus. You know what I mean? It's a different level of ascended master. Like what Melchizedek taught Jesus Christ, Christ turned into an ascended master. He literally ascended. And I feel like whatever is going on, you are major ascending with whatever path you move on. Heart's desire, Queen of Wands, right? With the soul. This is something your soul desires. I feel like you're getting it. I feel like someone from your relationship graveyard definitely wished you all the blessings in the world. Because they know they fucked up and or can't do it. That's not their role in your highest good this lifetime. Like that you're focusing on your highest good. Let this be divine confirmation for you that you absolutely end up achieving it. And if you're like super single right now, heart guarded, I think you're going to find yourself in a lot of gratitude for whoever it is that is actually worthy of you by the end of it all. Because I do feel like the lower energy people, if you're just patient and you're waiting and you're keeping yourself guarded and focusing on your abundance, focusing on your reality, I think the losers, quote unquote losers, right, figuratively speaking, remove themselves from the equation on their own. Whoever this past toxic person was, They are in the middle of a winter. Okay. They're definitely in the middle of a winter. But they're loyal to you in soul. They believe in you. If they didn't before, they do now. Oh, what's that song? Passenger? Cause you only miss the light when it's burning low. Only miss the sun when it starts to snow. Only know you love her when you let her go. That song. That just played in my head. And you let her go. Someone lost you. Someone lost you and realized your actual worth after, and they really, really understand your worth now that you're gone. And they really do know that they can't bring it back. They can't bring it back. At least that's their perspective. They can't. They might be in the devil's domain, right? Trapped or locked or obligated, chain and shackles, right? Chain and shackles, chain and shackles. They might really be locked in some serious karma for what they did to hurt you or betray you in some which way. Like they could have, should have, would have. Wow, my ear just crazy started buzzing off. They could have, should have, would have chosen better, and you were robbed. You were robbed. I think you gave your best to someone, and that's why you're so guarded now, because to give like you gave and lose it, right? And lose it. You bottled your heart up so tight that a part of you might not even feel like you ever want to feel that way again, because to feel that way again and lose it would be so painful. It's terrifying, which is why you're so guarded. You know, it's a very cold feeling, right? To feel like your heart is beating in your chest, but it's not really there, you know? To have the beautiful heart that you have and had it hurt like that, had your love stolen from you like that. To love so much and lose it that you would never even want to love again. Like, and that to the divine is a shame, because your heart is worth being loved the way that you love, you know? It's worth the best that there is, and whoever it is that hurt you that bad, they definitely understand what they lost now that you're gone. Like gone. Like that they're in the fucking underworld, the relationship graveyard, right? Their name, rest in peace. Like you will never go back to being in a relationship with them. It hurt that bad. They're legit praying for your happiness. They're legit praying for your 10 of Cups. They're legit praying for your 6 of Pentacles, right? That unconditional love, that unconditional giving. Your soul's desire. They're praying that you get everything that you deserve, and you do. You do. That's that Empress Wheel of Fortune on the bottom. You've just got to have the wherewithal enough to follow your path, focus on what you're focusing on. If it doesn't feel right to open up your heart right now, don't force it. Just do your thing, and the right person will be present, and you will know it, right? You will know it. That 8 of Wands, you will know it. Spirit will let you know. Because this person is going to genuinely be someone that you are just grateful for. And I think that appreciation, that fulfillment happens over time, over the course, a cycle, right? It might happen over the course of a year where you're focusing on yourself and this rapport or companionship is building. Two heart spaces that are alike, regardless of different backgrounds or different upbringings, right? Regardless, your heart spaces are the same. And I find it interesting because there's two different races here. And there's two different races here. And it's like the heart spaces are the same. The heart spaces are the same. Their hearts like yours. Their hearts like yours. And you're going to be really, really happy. You're going to be really, really glad that you gave yourself time, focus, and energy to do what you needed to do, because what you ultimately did was give this time to have a solid foundation. I think this will probably end up being your forever person. I really feel like that. Watch. You end up saving this to your saved videos or some shit, and you randomly find it a year from now or later, like you're gonna be like, oh my god. And you did. You probably found your person. Thank you with gratitude to the person that hurt us like they did, because had they not done that, you really wouldn't have been able to close this cycle of wearing your heart on your sleeve type thing. Wearing your heart on your sleeve, going for the first person that shows you kindness or interest or flatters you in some way, that gets you all built up for nothing. I feel like that cycle closed and that you're more guarded because of this person. It sets you up for something really beautiful. So it's justice. It's alchemy. It's definitely the prelude to a very beautiful story. And with that said, Pisces, I'm going to wrap it up. So I love you. And I will catch you next time. Take care.